Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I was just out here messing with my breeder bins, and looking through some messages on Messenger, and I had a gentleman ask me, do I use the same bedding for my breeder worms as I do my composting worms? And the answer to that is no, I don't. I use two different methods. The composting setup is totally different than for my breeders. The breeder is real simple, and I'm going to make this short little video to show y'all how I make my breeder bedding. I try to simplify things since it's just me doing everything here. And let's get to it. I'll show you what I do for breeders. As far as breeders goes, like I said, I keep it simple. Everything is put in here, is put in for a reason to simplify it. If I put, say, a bunch of cardboard in here, when I tried to harvest them, then I'd have to try to get all the worms out of the cardboard, and it just become a hassle. So what I normally do, I use a half a bucket of mixed wood chips. This is pine wood chips, and this is oak wood chips from a tree service that I get it from. And the only reason we put that in there is as a bulking agent, so it will make air pockets in there and keep the worms happy. The next thing we're gonna put in there, we're gonna put in there half a bucket horse manure. This has been aged for 2 years. Of course, if you look at it, it don't look like no horse manure you ever seen. It's just light, fluffy, been aged for 2 years, nicely broken down. So we're gonna put that in there. That's a food source for them. They're only going to run 21 days, so I try to be less intrusive on them than I have to be. So I'm not out there in them every day checking on them. I'm not here every day feeding them. So I try to build in their food source. That way it'll make it 21 days for them. So we got our half a bucket of horse manure in there. I also put the mushroom blocks that I sell on my website. Here's what they look like, all broken down, shredded up. You know, they're made out of soybean hulls, they're made out of grains, they're made out of sawdust, injected with mycelium. So this is what they look like broken down. I don't only sell it, I use it in my compost bins, and I use it in my just about everything I do with the worms. So we'll add that. That's 1 gallon of that. And of course, we can't do anything without the super secret powder here that goes in everything. You know, the proprietary powder here. We're gonna put that in there. And as you see so far, everything in there, the only thing in there that's bulky is the wood chips. And I don't have to worry about the worms getting inside the wood chips and hiding when I get ready to harvest them. And then we're gonna put 5 gallons of fine peat moss. Now this is not shredded. I did not sift this. I'll tell you a little secret. If you buy the Lambert from Home Depot, it's got bits of wood and everything else in it. It's all chunky, and I don't like it. This comes from Home Depot. Comes from Lowe's, and it's a fine. I don't know if they sift it or not, but it's a fine peat moss, and I really enjoy it. I like it a lot better than the Home Depot Lambert kind. And give me 1 second, I'll tell you what the name brand of it is. Get it from Lowe's. It's the Majestic Earth brand. And like I said, it's a whole lot finer. It has a lot less sticks in it than Home Depot's Lambert's got. So I would recommend that. It's great for shipping your worms, and it's great for using for your breeder bins. So now that we got all that in there, we're gonna mix it all up. Break up all what clumps we have, because it is winter time here in Alabama, so everything's getting high humidity, so everything's clumping together. Get all this mixed up. And it don't take long. I mean, this batch right here is going to do all 12 of my breeder bins that I got lined up that I got to do today. So, and there you go. We're done. No, no, I just messing with you. We gotta put some water in there and get it all nicely mixed up. But like I said, I like it like this. I try to stay as least intrusive on the worms as I possibly have to be, so they can keep doing what they're doing, and I can keep on doing what I'm doing, and I don't have to constantly check on them. With their food source built into their bedding, knowing they're only going to run 21 days, the only thing I have to worry about is I got to get the moisture right in the beginning. And if I get the moisture right the way I like it in the beginning, then it pretty much lasts the 21 days with bubble wrap on top of it and a cover. All right, looks like we got that mixed up enough. Now the beet pulse, it takes a lot of water. It holds a lot of water, especially when it's cold water. If you got warm water, it'll usually do it. Now during the summer, it doesn't take long to mix all this up because I catch my rainwater. That's a big old wood chunk. I catch my rainwater, and therefore, if it's cold outside, then the rainwater's cold. So we're gonna get this good and soaking wet. Between the wood chips and the peat moss, it'll suck up every bit of this water that I'm sticking in there. With it being cold like that, you just got to mix it up and squish the peat moss to make it take the water. Look here, that did all that water and it didn't even affect it one bit. We're still dry as a bone. It'll be all right. We'll get it, y'all. We'll get it. I know it looks like a lot of work, and sometimes it is. When you got a whole bunch of breeder bins, when I accidentally mess up and I make them all in the same day, so therefore they all have to be harvested in the same day. That's yeah, that becomes a headache. I had to do 48 of them the other day. You talk about wearing somebody out. When you got a day job, then you have to come home, work half the night doing breeder bins. And then get back up and go to work again. The joys of being a worm farmer. And if you think you're going to start a farm in the first week, you're going to make $100,000 like you see that crazy little YouTube video with that young man talking about the bucket system makes $100,000. That ain't gonna happen in your first week of operation, or your second, or your third. It may happen in your first or second year, but it's not gonna happen in your first or second week. I can assure you that. And just about anybody else who has common sense will tell you the same thing. It ain't gonna happen like that fast. All right. Now we're getting somewhere, y'all. But that's a lot. A lot of them YouTube videos are misleading. You got to be very careful of the ones that you really put a lot of validity in, because if not, you'll be living a pipe dream and you'll go down a rabbit hole that's going to take a lot of money. Because there's been a lot of people wanting to start a worm farm, don't know nothing about it, and then wonder why it didn't work. You gotta get you a small bin. I tell everybody, get you a small bin. Start off small. If you kill 100 pounds of worms, that's a lot of money. If you kill 1 pound of worms, it's easier to handle than killing 100 pound of worms. Let's see what we got. Nope, we gotta go get some more water. Well, anyway, y'all get the gist of it. I gotta go all the way back over here, the other side of the garage, and get some water. But I'm gonna end the video right there. I hope y'all learned something. If you would, please like, share, subscribe. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. And if you don't want to get my updates when my videos come out, all you gotta do is mute it. But I would greatly appreciate your subscription. And y'all come back and see us on the next one.